Ali, I'm streaming. Just so you know, I put your laptop in the room. Oh, Kingsley. Give him some treats. What a thrill. Hey, Axie. But you're so supreme. I give my life, not for running, but for you. Sorry, Axe. I don't know whether I should entitle the stream End Game or End Times. End Game is probably more accurate, but End Times is more dramatic sounding and in theme with the nuclear theme. I'm gonna go End Times. How's the sound volume, by the way? Let me just check to make sure it's okay. Yeah, sound volume should be good. No, it can't be the end because the end is the name of a boss battle. Come on now, fool! Oh no, what just happened? What just happened? Oh, OBS is not responding. Okay, we're back. My life, not for running, but for you. Snake Eater. Alright. Alright, we're not gonna go all the way through, even though the best shot is still. Ooh, what are these colors? We got the green, orange, and yellow. I think that's just a nice touch how it changes colors. Like, it's a really small touch. Hey, actually, for some reason it's gone. OBS is so weird. I just gotta change the size of the actual screen again. Also, is the chat showing up in here? Let me test. Yeah, chat's showing up. Alright, well, let's get playing. Welcome, guys. We're already at 4, I haven't even started. Cool. So, Asmo, yesterday how I had a minor complaint about one of those scenes in which Volgan was torturing Snake, but Volgan was the one giving out information. Snake didn't give anything out, right? That was kind of a funny scene. I was trying to think of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're at endgame now. So I think the last Volgan is the last boss, and we're basically trying to destroy the Shagohod. Anyway, I was thinking about Volgan and what you said about how you didn't mind it because he fits into that maniacal supervillain type. And I was still thinking that there should be a reason for why he would talk like that, so I was trying to get into his psychology. And I was thinking about what type of dude or woman the supervillain might be. And obviously there's going to be a huge amount of ego involved, right? So why would the supervillain be willing to just tell all this information? I mean, he didn't give away too much, but if Snake didn't know, then now suddenly he has something else. He does have some information, and if he escapes, then he can use that information, right? And I was thinking about the ego problem, and I was also thinking about that kind of environment for, like, imagine the kind of testosterone that would be flowing through that environment. Like, you would probably be a different person, like Volgan as well. He's punching you, he's pounding you, he's getting the upper hand on this soldier that's been killing all of his troops. Yeah, I think they kind of needed it. I mean, there are other ways to get that exposition, but I think that was important. But I also think it kind of works. Like, I think a supervillain in that situation where he's pounding the hell out of Snake, it's a high testosterone environment, there's adrenaline flowing, like, it's probably some kind of cathartic experience. Like, you know how you ever get like a secret that you can't tell, but you absolutely want to tell somebody? Like, what better environment is there to tell somebody your secret, to unburden yourself, to get that off? And I mean, it would also, you know, I don't know if that would be what he was thinking, but it would build some kind of bond. Like, you know, telling secrets builds an intimacy between people. So maybe it could be part of an interrogation technique. I doubt that. I think it would be more just that catharsis. Can I just wear the... Let me try going maintenance officer. I'm pretty sure I should be able to sneak around as a maintenance officer. Otherwise, why else do we have a maintenance uniform? But I guess, I mean, there wasn't really a monologuing villain before that as well in the game. So basically all the villains were kind of faceless except for their name and how they performed in battle, right? Except for the Sorrow, who did give some kind of backstory. But even that wasn't so much about the Sorrow as it was about the end. Ah, yeah. So I can just walk around as a maintenance guy. This is really interesting as well. So this maintenance uniform was an optional thing that you could get. So I can get a maintenance guy and I guess I'm going to perform some light stealth. Or I could have not found this uniform, and then in which case I'm having to traverse this really awesome looking area as Snake in camouflage, probably in olive drab, I guess, which would be kind of fitting. So I need to equip C3 or TNT, I guess. I think they meant an allusion to TNT before. So if I use all my C3, perhaps I can use TNT instead. But 4 should be enough. But also, I guess, Asmo, the idea of deliberately including the monologuing trope, that would be very James Bondish, right? Like, of course they're including that trope. Of course. So, yeah, I would say, having thought about it a little bit more, yeah, you're spot on with that. But that doesn't eliminate the larger point that I guess I was trying to make about monologuing supervillains in general. I was also thinking about all the things that I haven't been using in this game to aid me in stealth. So all the things like directional mic, magazines. I use magazines a little bit. You know, the pornographic books that you can put on the ground. Apparently you can put like hot meals and stuff like that, which people will try to eat, like things to distract the guards. So if I was to play through again on maybe perhaps an even harder difficulty, I think you just have to use this stuff. You have to focus on stealth. You have to distract the guards, and you have to be patient and look for their patrol paths and all this kind of stuff. I'm not quite sure where I'm going right now. That's obviously the alarm switch. This is cool how I think it's really clever how they basically give you two completely different, three if you think about it, but two completely different stealth options for this part. Or of course you can also go in guns a-blazing. And as far as guns a-blazing are concerned, there are multiple paths you can take as well. You can use explosives, you can use close quarter weapons like the shotgun, you can use sniper rifles. So I really like the options available to you now, but it's still predominantly incentivizing you towards stealth. Food is what I'm looking for. I'm running out of food too.
Hey, this works.
So what do we have? Oh, that door doesn't work. But you're so supreme. So this is the actual Shagohod right here. That's really cool. It's like, you know, you've been hearing about this thing all game, and now you're finally confronted with it. This, I presume, is the fuel tank. So I guess the main point now. Oh, there's another frog here as well. So I'd probably have to put this guy to sleep and shoot the frog if I was going for that Easter egg. Oh, just put it on the ground. I hope the ground is sufficient. Huh? Nothing to see here. No, these doors don't work. Not yet. Soon, Zero, soon. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Oh, I can't be seen here. I think I should probably just distract this guard. He's looking at me. Oh no, he was just patrolling with his eyes.
Snake,
Eva.
I finished planting the bomb on the rail bridge. If we get rid of the bridge, the enemy won't be able to follow us. That should at least buy us some time. I've also set up the escape route. How are things going on your end?
I just finished planting the second charge. Give me a little more time.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
I really enjoy their relationship together, by the way. I'm sure I've mentioned that before, or at least how well I think it's done, but... And at the start, it was kind of goofy and comical. Hey, I wonder if I can put... Oh, that's the other way I could have gotten in. If I had have used the right box, they could have just delivered me straight in here. So that's interesting as well, that there's all these options you can choose. I guess they kind of went even further with that in the later games. But anyway... Yeah, the relationship started off kind of goofy, and I guess I was a little incredulous as to how everything would proceed, but... Yeah, I think the progress of their relationship has worked really well. It hasn't really seemed forced or rushed to me. Hey, if you wanted to sneak, I could go up that ladder. I wonder if there's actually anything up there. Or if it's just like an ideal sniping spot. There's something at the end there. I want to find that.
What's that sound?
In the Shagahod? Oh yeah.
There's nothing here.
What do we have here? Oh, it's just a snack. So do European Extreme and get all the frogs? Jeez. I wonder what the record time would be for that, or if anyone has actually done it. Isn't there also an on-rails shooter portion of this game that I haven't yet gotten to? Ooh, that's pretty close to being spotted. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a ladder up there. Maybe somebody just goes up there on their break and chills out, has a smoke, and has a bite to eat and just surveys stuff. Ponders life, you know? Ponders the big question. But whoever left their RC mate up there, I guarantee you they're still looking for it right now. They totally just forgot where it was. What is that?
Got you this time.
I forgot. I don't know the significance of that thing. Oh, that's just a little bit left over. Just molded into a butterfly for some kind of symbolism. It felt like somebody was going to grab it.
Major, I finished planting the C3. I'm on my way out now.
Hurry, Snake. Is Eva taking care of the escape route?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
she can handle it.
All right then, well hurry up and get out of there.
It was symbolic, man. Ooh.
Snake!
Ow, no.
Why'd you come back?
said she was at the bridge. I love the realism in these fights as well, like the animations, and they're actually using judo moves and CQC, I guess. But... Oh, 13 minutes left. He was showing me the time. That's so weird that Sora would be doing that. I totally forgot about the time thing. So I pressed R1 to see Sora there, so some people might miss that. That's a weird feeling that Sora would be telling you that. It just adds like extra additional tension. That was cool.
This woman was found snooping around my underground vault.
How about next time I save game, just
Look what we
reboot
found on
and
her.
I'll pause it.
The Philosopher's Legacy. This microfilm contains all the information
Oh, so
regarding the
creepy,
legacy.
man.
You might say that this film itself is the Philosopher's Legacy.
It was the smell that gave her away. No, not the perfume. It was gasoline. Motorcycle gasoline. She reeked of it.
To think that lovely Tatiana was a spy. We found this radio along with her too. Such a fine woman she was. It almost pains me to have to kill her.
Like how Snake obviously has an emotional connection to Tatiana as well. That's already probably going against his training, right?
Yes, she was an obedient one. She was my precious little pet.
Oh.
Isn't that right? What was that? Do you have something to say to me?
Go to hell.
You dirty whore. I've had enough kisses from you.
Oh, I think not killing Snake right now is this is the same impulse as telling him more information during the torture scene.
I should have known. Sokolov wasn't man enough to have a lover like that. Just like the KGB to send something so beautiful, yet so deadly.
What is the Philosopher's Legacy?
Very well. I'll explain it before I kill you.
That's the first time. Is that the first time Snake actually spoke to Vulcan? He asked him what the Philosopher's Legacy was.
During the last Great War, the most powerful men in America, China, and the Soviet Union had a secret pact. The pact was a blueprint for defeating the Axis powers and creating a new world order. To secure victory in the war, the three countries pooled their resources to conduct the most covert types of operations and research. The atomic bomb, rocket technology,
Yeah,
Cobra
they're
unit,
just explicitly saying this is what's happening.
and they amassed an enormous sum of money to fund these projects. Enough to fight the war.
But I really do
5
think this is
times
like
over.
a cathartic experience for a supervillain type.
That wealth is the Philosopher's Legacy.
Yeah.
After the war was won, the three countries were to divide the Philosopher's Legacy amongst themselves. This explains why the United States and the Soviet Union were able to steal away the best scientific minds in
Well,
Germany. as soon
didn't
as
you
the
also
war
want to
ended.
know before you finished the game? So,
But our great motherland has far surpassed its pathetic rivals. We possess enormous wealth.
Maybe
most
that's
advanced
exactly
technology,
why
and
they
overwhelming
designed
power,
Vulcan the way
assets
he
fitting
was,
of our
because
great
they
country.
needed, for the exposition to work, they
My
needed to have
father was
a
one of the
parody
men in
of a
charge of
supervillain, right?
managing the philosopher's legacy. In the confusion that ensued after the war ended, he devised a series of ingenious plots to ensure that the Soviet Union would have
But
total
picture it from
control
Vulcan's
over
point of
the
view. He
legacy.
has the Philosopher's Legacy now. He has
Money was
$100 billion
divided up, laundered through
in
banks all
1964.
over the
He
world.
probably wants people to know that, but he can't tell anyone, right?
Switzerland.
At least not yet.
Australia.
So
Hong Kong.
I mean, I think from point of view of his character, it
This
makes sense.
microfilm contains a record of all those transactions.
Yeah, that's possible.
After my father's death, I learned of this secret and obtained the microfilm. With this money and the support of Brezhnev and his allies, I built this fortress of Groznygrad and Granin's research facility. But that worthless fool Granin failed to produce results. I was forced to turn to Khrushchev's dog Sokolov and his invention.
Do you think this is
the
why
Shadow
Snake
Arm.
actually asked him to explain this? Because if he's going to
My
die,
position
he
in
probably
Peru
wants
made
to
it
make
too
sure that the
troublesome to
C3
attack
goes off.
Sokolov's facility directly.
And now he's appealing to Vulcan's ego to...
But the spy
Get him
network
to talk?
established
Because
by
I'm
the
pretty sure
secret
that's the
pact
first
still
time-
existed. I used it to contact
That's the first time I
boss
actually spoke to
and
Vulcan.
suggested that she defect. The boss was conniving enough to
Ah,
see
now we're
things
getting
my
some
way.
boss exposition.
The world was once one, but the conflict between the philosophers has torn it in
I doubt
two.
they would have made the game so that this overran the time that
We will
the
use
Sorrow
the
was showing
legacy
you, by the
to
way.
heal that rift and make the world whole again. To do this, we need strength, an unstoppable trump card with enough power to bring order to the world. That trump card was to be the Shagohod
Huh,
and the
okay.
Cobra unit.
The other thing is, from Vulcan's point of view, there's no way Snake can foil him right now. He has himself, he has Ocelot,
I
and
have
he has
lost
the
the
boss
Cobras,
standing
but
right
I
there
still
with
have the
snakes
Shagohod
around. And
and the legacy.
presumably in his mind, all three of
There
them can
is
stop him
nothing
individually,
America
let
can do
alone
to stop us.
combined to a defenseless Snake.
Boss, take this someplace safe.
It's interesting that look at how much he trusts the boss. So he's handing
Take
over
good care
all
of
of his power to the boss right now. That's a lot of trust for somebody who was worried about a spy in
He
there.
wouldn't have come waltzing back
midst.
in here unless he had a reason. The C3's been stolen. He must be planning some sort of sabotage. I'll go see if there are any surprises
Yeah, you're
waiting
right.
for us. I'll dispose of her as well.
Yeah, I guess there are a lot of unique ways that they told the story in this game, or ways they twisted the story, so they could have thought up something a little different. But I guess that's what they did in... Oh, she gave her a knowing nod. That's interesting. There's some interesting relations between the boss and Eva, and also Ocelot and Eva. There's been a few scenes where it's like, things don't seem as they appear. Anyway, in
Fight
Metal
like
Gear
a
Solid 2
warrior,
was the one where they
Vulcan.
really changed up how they told the story, so this one
But
I guess
of course,
they've intentionally gone towards this, a few of these tropes.
Let me face him. I've been waiting for this moment. Time to get even.
I really like Ocelot too.
No more judo and no more field strips.
Give me a revolver.
enough of this.
Ooh, this is the first time he's taken his gloves off.
He's mine. You will stand right there and watch. Got it?
Please, Colonel, let me...
Silence!
7 minutes isn't enough for me to fight these guys.
Sorry for the delay. Let's get started, shall we?
You see, he's really taking great satisfaction in this. Maybe it's also really personal as well for him, like having killed all of the Cobra unit. You saw how much Vulcan was, how angry Vulcan was when he was, you know, bashing walls and punching those barrels. And
Once in a lifetime battle. Let's make it a good
it's very personal for him, so I think that kind of adds to the reasons for these kind of cliches. I know they could have done it in a more original way, but I think it still kind of works this way. Is what I'm trying to say. This guy just went full supervillain, and his armor almost looks like he almost looks like a Metal Gear. Like he almost looks like Metal Gear Ray from
It's just you and me now.
Metal Gear Solid 2.
Enjoy this.
Does he just give him approval to give Snake a weapon? Imagine if he caught the knife wrong and it just went straight into his hand or neck or something. This is pretty intense, and I love this music too, by the way. Whoa, that guy's veiny. I'm still wearing my mechanic's jumpsuit, by the way. So just... Son of the boss, so he looks at him as the son of the boss, so he has a lot of respect and admiration, but it's also really personal. So I actually really I really enjoyed that cutscene, and I really like, this is a really intense moment. Let me change this stuff. Should I go this or the zombie? No, it's got to be zombie. Well, no paint. Yep. Yeah, no, I know what we're doing. Boom! Shirtless. Yes. So it was purely symbolic that he threw me that gun, because I've still got all of these guns. I guess I can get rid of that. So I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. You're right, Axe. Which one's... Oh, the revolver would be a sweet one to use. That has no bullets, that has bullets, that has bullets. Yes, that has bullets. I don't think I really need the Mosin gun. This probably isn't as useful for this fight as this. Grenades would probably be helpful. Books are useless. Do I still have the spider? If I still have the spider, now would be a good time to use it. No, I guess not. Alright, so I'm just gonna try and blast this motherfucker to pieces. Maybe I could use the fake death pill, but life medicine, obviously. If I did this fight with a cigar in my mouth, that would be pretty hardcore. Maybe I'll try that. That's probably useless. I'm not going to bother with that. Anti-personnel sensor, useless. Cardboard box, useless. Key, useless. I guess I'll just keep these equipped. Let's eat some food. And I'll just do a few
Not so great.
codec calls. See if they give me any tips.
Snake, watch out for Volgin's electric shock attack.
Alright, let's move.
If you're shocked while equipping a gun, the bullets inside the
Whoa.
magazine will ignite and the gun will explode. But he should be vulnerable just after launching a series of shock attacks. Avoid the attacks and either shoot him from his blind side or engage him directly with punches or CQC. Don't forget,
These codec calls, by the way, are a really interesting mechanic.
when it reaches 0, it's all over. got to finish him off before then.
So obviously it's all pretty interesting and it's a great mechanic as it is. You know, you call for help and all that. But the fact that it kind of exists outside the game, so the timer is stopped, the game is paused, and so all this stuff kind of exists outside the game world right now. It's kind of this weird meshing of the player and Snake and the game world. Throw a marker at him. Just be throwing hunks of raw meat at him.
When Volgin is discharging electricity from his body, you'll get electrocuted just by touching him, so you can't grab him with CQC. When Volgin isn't discharging electricity, however, that's your chance to use CQC. Attack Volgin whenever you see an opening.
Volgin seems to be deflecting bullets away by wrapping a powerful electromagnetic field around his body. You won't hit him if you fire at him from the front. If you're going to attack him with a gun, do it from the side or the back.
Oh, he just... Alright, well, let's go. Yeah.
See your dog.
Alright. Oh, I have no bullets left. Oh, is Ocelot throwing me? Ah, I died too early. Ah, it chases me. Alright, so I need to get used to the timing. Oh, that didn't work. Oh! He's so confident, he just slowly walks around. Where's Ocelot, by the way? Ah! Okay, so I'm pretty bad at dodging. Yeah, Ocelot's up there. I wonder if I can shoot Ocelot. I can shoot Ocelot! Oh, what's the point of that? I wonder if there's some alternative way that I'm getting my ass kicked, by the way. Oh, so these things are really hardcore. Oh, he just absolutely smashed me. Asmo, did you want to restart your computer? Did you want me to pause it?
Snake, answer me.
I'm gonna have to do all this shit again. That's a little bit annoying. Oh. Okay, this isn't enough bullets. Oh, could I use the RPG, I wonder? Okay, you restart now, and then I'll wait till you get back, alright? Do you want me to just keep... I could probably just keep fighting him and you won't miss much. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep fighting him.
Let's see you dodge this one.
Hey, I did dodge it. Ah, not that time.
That must have hurt.
I did no damage to him. Ugh, okay, that doesn't work.
Give it up.
That's so great.
Oh, I lied on the ground and it didn't hit me. Oh, the grenade blew up in my hand. Alright, so that wasn't a good plan. Got him. I'm running out of time too. What is this shit? Alright, I'm gonna pause it because Asmo might be missing out on some. Oh, my cat's here. My cat just had a bath. Hey, why is it sort of frozen to me? Yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream and start again, okay?